different ones. So say I'm playing De La Hiva, I'm going to have my De La Hiva hook in and I'm going to have collar control on the pants from here. So again, I'm going to be using my right leg to create an off balance. I'll be coming up on my elbow. My goal is to get Aaron to post two hands on the mat. So I'll be pulling him this way and getting him to force to get his hands on the mat. Once he puts his hands on the mat, I put that left foot on his hip and my right leg is free, it's unweighted. And now I can shoot straight into the triangle trap again. And again, lots of different ways of finishing. We're going to look for that underhook. Make sure that inside of my knee, it's probably the main mistake people make on the triangle, just keep turning this way, bro, is when they lock the triangle, it's there. Notice the way his shoulder's inside. So think about when you get angle and you get your lower back off the mat, if you put the inside of your knee on the shoulder and find the shin, you know when you have it, you can actually tap them out without even locking the triangle, because you've got connected. You want the crook of your arm wrapped around their left jugular, nearly like a rear naked choke. And now there's no triangle. Biggest mistake people make, they're here and all that pressure's going inside. So we'll just do another. Alright. So we'll go from De La Hiva. So I've got De La Hiva hook in, and I've got collar control, and I've grabbed the pants. So again, from there, I'll be using my left elbow on the mat, so I'm not using my core to sit up. So as I push to come up, and then I work that off bounce. I like to actually, when I pull him this way, I like to find that heel with my left hand. So now if Aaron tries to come back again, it's difficult. I can keep his foot off the mat. And then my foot comes on the hip. And because he's posted his right hand on the mat, I can now just shoot straight into the triangle choke. That makes sense. And then we can finish as before. More angle on that, bro. Just from there. So from our position, say I have that De La Hiva hook in, and I've got the collar. Again, I want to be right in that collar position. And again, I'm not coming up using my core. I get my elbow on the mat, and then I work that off balance. Notice the way his lead leg is off the mat. Foot's going on the hip, and if he's two hands on the mat, now I can just shoot straight into the triangle trap and finish as before. So let's look at Randy Hill's version of the choke. Similar concepts. He doesn't bring his head to one side, he brings his head over the top. Just shove it back this way, bro. So say we're in this position, and I'm here. Again, back in the day, Hodger Gracie, this was called the Hodger Gracie defense, whereby we didn't want this arm brought across. So obviously Keenan Cornelius come up with this. But my goal is not to have my right shoulder, okay, in my right jugular. So I'm already kind of putting this pressure here to create a little bit of space. My left hand is going to grab Aaron's pants and push it to the mat. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him. I'm going to put my shoulder in his belly. Now, notice the way Aaron's hips are under my neck, which I don't want. In Keenan Cornelius' version, we moved this way to keep that separation. Instead of going this way, we're going this way. Okay, so I make that space. From there, I start to pin the shoulder. But now I want to keep his hips on the mat as I come up into nearly like a stacked position here. Notice the way from here, there's a lot less pressure on my neck because his hips are here and I've moved my head up. Does that make sense? So once I'm here and I put that pressure on, all I'm going to do is let go and I'm going to swim my hand inside. Now if I make the mistake of giving it too much to him, armbar, okay? So this wee weasel hand just stays here, okay? That's all I'm after. It never comes any further. And I'm going to use it to make a wedge or a frame. So we're in the triangle trap. Okay, we have to choose whether we do this one or whether I bring this arm to here. I'm going to pin that hip. I'm going to start putting my shoulder in his belly. But now it's all about me trying to move my head forward, keep Aaron's hips to the mat, and I want to try and create separation from his hips and my neck by coming forward to here. Okay, once I'm there, my left hand comes in, And now my right lets go. And again, I'm going to make this grip here. Okay. Sometimes when you go hand to hand, possibly Aaron can start trying to strip, yes. And he'll come in at the wrist with the other one and start to maybe prise. Yes, open. This is a lot stronger. So now from there, when he tries to come in and strip this, it's a lot more difficult. Now, all I'm thinking about is bringing my elbow to the mat and creating space. Okay, I'm going to try and get my head out. Notice the way I was here. Okay, I'm going to start putting my knees on the mat. My right elbow is dropping back to the mat, and my weight is receding back. See the way I'm shrugging my shoulder? And now from there, my head comes out. My hand finds the hip. I put pressure on his leg because I'm passing to his right. I do not want this knee facing me. Now I'm going to turn and move into side. Okay, do that again. So, we're in our position. Are we doing this, or are we doing, just turn this over. So I make that whizzer, that Hodger Gracie defense. I'm going to grab the pants, because if you think about when Aaron goes for the triangle, he'll underhook this leg, and when he shoots around, his hips, look how high, see the way his ass has come off the mat? His hips are so close to my neck. Take it back a step. See the way that came off the mat? When I do this, I'm grabbing those pants and I'm keeping his ass on the mat. Now I start to put my shoulder in his belly, but I want him carrying my weight. Okay, so I start lifting my knees off the mat and watch my head position. It's over his belly button. Now I'm nearly head to head. All right, he's carrying all my weight now. From there, it's significantly easy for me to swim this hand in, bring this across, and get that position. Now, as I start to bring my butt back towards my heels and my knees start coming to the mat, I'm using this frame to get my head out. Once it comes out, I make the grip, turn the corner. One more time on that, bro. So, whizzer in the mat, turn your shoulder in, and then make arm carry my weight. Look where I am now, I'm nearly head to head. I'm going to swim in my left hand. Right now, let's go, and I get that difficult grip to break. Notice the way when I start coming back to my knees and my butt starts coming back to my heels, I'm making that wedge. Arms clamping tight. Okay. My arm is driving into that thigh, allowing me to back out to create space. Make the grip, turn the knee down, control the head, control the hip.